One of the most expensive cups of coffee in the world comes from Yemen and costs $16 a cup. And this premium roast importer is here to tell us why. In sort of preparation for this, I asked all my friends, like, of the coffee that you drink, do you know anything about where it comes from? And people are like, no, I have no idea. I'm just really upset that my coffee costs $5.
We are disconnected where our products come from. And because of that disconnect, we don't know the realities, the labor reality, the political realities of how things come. For me, it's about transparency and traceability. It's funny me saying this, but I didn't like coffee like 7 years ago.
That's so recent ago.
Yeah.
Like 7 years?
And I drank it, and there was blueberries, there was honeysuckle, there was like this sweet, like lingering aftertaste. And I went to them, I'm like, what kind of flavor did you put in the coffee? He's like, oh no, this is just the way this is how coffee should be if you do it right. We buy this coffee directly from the community in Yirgacheffe, Ethiopia, and we were able to pay them more money for better quality coffee. I loved it. You know, so I just started looking up the history of coffee, and I'm like, wow, there is a city in Yemen, a port called Mocha. And it's where coffee was first commercialized. These Sufi monks who were the first to, you know, really believe in the power of coffee. At that time, Yemen had a monopoly in coffee. It didn't want anyone to grow it, so they banned anyone from taking seeds out. Eventually, the Dutch, they were able to steal 7 seeds. They stole these seeds out of Yemen and took it to one of the colonies in Indonesia on the island of Java. And then after that, coffee makes its way into Europe, and I really believe that's what really enlightened or started the Enlightenment period. Industrial Revolution, coffee houses became this place where writers, politicians, philosophers, like the American, French, and the Russian revolutions happened in coffee houses.
Do you find Yemeni coffee anywhere?
No, I tried to look, you know, and I asked a bunch of, you know, seasoned coffee buyers from different companies and importers, and like, oh, Yemen coffee. Yeah, man, it's hard to get, it's really expensive, there's a lot of issues with the traceability.
Why is it hard to get?
Because it's in a country that's, you know, always there's some kind of violence, there's a language barrier, it's in these mountains so far away from the world. So that was, I knew, okay, if I'm gonna do something in this, I have to go to Yemen and be like where it starts and be there.
So you go to Yemen.
And at that point, my family is just, they're like, okay, it's not a phase anymore. He's actually doing this thing, and they're very concerned. On March 25th, 2015, I woke up in the morning and I heard, it was like 2 in the morning, I heard these like loud explosions.
Did you immediately think, I need to leave now?
By the morning, things got better. And I was okay, I gotta find my way out of this place now. So I had planned a coffee tasting for Yemen coffee. And my idea was that these farmers are gonna work and produce, and I'm gonna be able to sell their coffee there.
So everything is riding on this, like everything, all the work that you've done, the people that you've met, the farmers, it's like, the people are on the line.
I ended up like going to the city, the trip didn't work out. I ended up being kidnapped there twice. And then through a series of angels and heroes and people in my life got me out. And we have this coffee event. It was super successful. And that was the most important moment because the work of the farmers, they put a lot of time into it and sweat and blood and to make that coffee taste that way. I mean, how refined that coffee tastes, how smooth from where it came from, and how it's an amazing journey, right? It crosses like borders and political hardships and all these things to make it, you know, to our cup. Every coffee literally is picked by hand. Maybe 20 people have touched your coffee from farm to cup.
How do you say to someone, please spend $16 on this coffee?
This is arguably one of the most labor-intensive products we consume, from farm to cup to us. And so when you decide to be cheap on something, someone pays a consequence to that.
So what do you hope or wish that coffee could or would do for Yemen?
I think that coffee is a really incredible opportunity for consumers to have a real impact. I think as consumers, we need to be conscious consumers, to understand the food that goes into our stomach, clothes we wear, how was that brought to us?